Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the general lock, part number Ed23-SNB 689. This is a package of 4 sex nuts and bolts, SNB, sex nuts and bolts, in the aluminum color. That's the 689 part of the part number. And it's also available in Duro, a dark bronze color. So what this package is, for the general Ed2300 series exit device, it may become necessary, required, or simply desired to bolt that through the door altogether. And the bolts may or may not be included with the hardware. It would be my guess that with a standard device, meaning a panic-rated device, they would not be included. But for a fire exit version, they would be included mandatorily. Whether or not you have them, if you need them, here they are. So these are going to be the 4 sex bolts that are going to be used to bolt the head case through the door. Okay. The end cap for the device is a different part number. It's not clear if it includes its own through bolt. My guess is that it will. Now, what is this? This is basically a 2-piece bolt system. This is going to be 1/4-20, very typical, very common. This is going to go obviously underneath the head case of the exit device. This portion, the female portion, will go through the door. So the way that you would go about installing this is you would drill 2 different size holes in the right location. The inside hole is going to be really good. If you're drilling a 1/4-inch hole, you're going to be in real good shape. You could probably get away with 5/16. You know, I'd like to have wire sizes, and then I'd like to put a caliper on the hardware. The OD of the threads are .238, so if you're at .25, you should be in good shape. That doesn't leave you really a lot of room to maneuver. The diameter of the body itself is .363, so, you know, I might want to be somewhere about .28 would be my guess. The other side, so I'm giving you dimensions, I'm not putting it in context. This bolts through the door. This is the exterior side of the door. It has these splines on it. You drill a hole. This is the inside hole underneath the head case. That's the exterior side. We've talked about the size of the hole to drill on the inside. Those splines are .389, so I'd probably be right at about a 3/8 of an inch hole. Okay, it wouldn't be any bigger than that because I want those splines to bite into the steel a little bit and to not rotate. You drill 2 different size holes because of the way this works. If you drill the 3/8 all the way through the door, you've defeated the purpose, because when you drill a 3/8, if you drill a 1/4-inch hole, you'll never get this portion in. You drill a 3/8 hole from the outside, you place this through, and you'll tap it down. You're about to notice the inside length of this underneath the head is 1 5/8. This is for an 1 3/4 thick door. Okay, why is it short? Well, it's short because when you insert it through the hole, this is meant to come, and that's why the inside hole is a smaller diameter, rest as a shoulder on the inside face of that steel, so that when you put the bolt in, it will close that down, bring the steel to the inside face of that steel to the circumference of the bolt, and as you tighten, you won't crush the door skin down. Okay, and that's how these work. You would use through bolts if it is necessary to maintain a fire rating of the device. You would use them if you simply believe that through bolting something would be preferable to just using sheet metal screws, which it certainly would be. You may have a door that's not been properly reinforced or is of insufficient material type or thickness to drill and tap holes to. The downside of through bolts would be, of course, and you're always going to want to order the door reinforced for the hardware, whether it be a wood door or whether it be a steel door. The reason is kind of a true story, whether it be a door closer or it be an exit device in terms of through bolts. Imagine if you had a whole bank of doors. They could just be, doors on the back of a strip mall. Well, maybe the owner doesn't want to see the head of these bolts on the outside of the steel doors. Maybe. It could be even more severe where you have, let's say, 3 pair of 3090 anti-gray veneer doors, 3 pair of them. The pairs are pair matched. All 6 doors are sequence matched, fire rated mineral core. If an oak door is $100, for the veneer alone, anti-gray is $1,000. Or some other exotic veneer, or something that's not, maybe you've got walnut. The last thing the owner, the contractor, the installer, the architect, the specifier, the decorator is going to want to see are these bolt heads. So you want to order the door reinforced. You want to drill and tap when necessary. Through bolts are a great idea, as long as it's not a problem to be able to visually see the head of that bolt on the opposite side. It generally isn't, because you're generally installing this onto a steel door in the back of a factory building, and you need to provide a solid installation so that exit device will work faithfully for years and decades. And that's what these would be for. The brilliant thing is when you're tightening the inside bolt down, you're not crushing the steel in. That's why you would use the proper sex nut and bolt for the application. You can use through bolts and grommet nuts, and it's basically just a 1/4 bolt with a grommet nut on the outside. It's just a bit more of an elegant nut is all it is. Provides no functionality of preventing the door from being crushed in. So sex nuts and bolts, or binder posts, I've also seen these referred to, are a great concept. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the general products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. I would encourage you to review that. They are an importer of hardware from overseas. They have a good line of material, a good comprehensive line. Generally, inventory is quite deep. And I sure don't think the world needs yet another importer of good quality Asian manufactured hardware. But theirs is good, and there's no reason not to use them. Affordable, good value, utility, and generally in stock. So, there you go. Any questions on the general Ed23 SNB and a 689 finish or any other general product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.